That's all I'm going to say about that, because I'm not trying to get into a rant. Welcome back. I hope you get a chance to try that leave-in conditioner. I was really surprised at the results. And I was also concerned about why I had to mix a liquid with an oil. Well, today we're going to investigate why that product works so well if oil and water don't mix. So to start, let's figure out what a water-based hair product is. So there are hair products that are based on water and there are hair products that are based on oil. When looking at the back of, let's say, a detangler, the first ingredient would be water. Now, when you think about what a detangler does, it softens the hair and makes it more manageable to work with. A popular one that was used on my hair growing up was this. Water-based products tend to have less oil in them and are seen as moisturizing because of their high water content. Think of how hair reacts when water hits it, or any moisturizer for that matter. It transforms right before your eyes, and it feels soft too. My leave-in conditioner called for 3 ingredients, 2 oils and 1 liquid. We could say that the ratio of oil to liquid is 2 to 1, 2 parts oil and 1 part liquid, which makes this leave-in conditioner a oil-based product. Wow, this means it contains more oil than liquid. Think of hair creams, hair butters, deep conditioners. Applying these too often can cause buildup and may require more than 1 wash day in your routine. These products aren't to be avoided though. In fact, these are necessary for hair that loses moisture quickly, but we'll get into that later. After the oils solidified in my leave-in conditioner, I noticed that the aloe vera did not mix with the shea and coconut oil. Rather, it settled to the bottom, and the oils floated on top. Oil is meant to seal, not moisturize. The oils in my leave-in were meant to protect and penetrate. But what exactly are they protecting, you might ask? Well, coconut oil is a penetrating oil. It doesn't just sit on top of the hair strand. It travels inside of the strand and seals the protein inside of your hair strand to the hair. It's the job of the protein to bind the water into your hair strand. Coconut oil also protects your hair strand when it expands and contracts, because just that little hint of moisture has reached your hair and now it's frizzy. The shea butter, on the other hand, seals both the aloe vera and the coconut oil. It sits on top of the hair strand, making sure moisture cannot escape and excess moisture cannot come in. So when I suggested to strain the aloe vera and apply it first, this was to rehydrate the hair. The coconut oil will penetrate the hair and the shea butter will protect the hair, which is why I was so shocked when I created this product, because I felt like I just created a hack for the lock method. But anyway, there are also other moisturizers besides just plain water. Take aloe vera for an example. Aloe vera is a humectant. Humectants are products or ingredients that naturally attract the water or the moisture to your hair. Aloe vera is a humectant and a natural moisturizer that balances the pH of your hair. Ironically, it says here in this article, the author likes to mix the aloe vera gel with their homemade flaxseed gel or whipped shea butter, which is exactly the product we made with that leave-in conditioner. With that being said, there is a proper way to apply oil and liquid to hair to moisturize it. In fact, oversaturating your hair may tend to dry your hair out, and oil-based products may suffocate your hair strands, leading to dryness. So I guess the ultimate question is, well, which one should you use? Honestly, both. Now, I'm not one for hair typing, but the porosity level of your hair, or the amount of moisture your hair can hold, is an important and personal property to observe. This can help you determine which products you should use and in which order. To maximize the level of moisture your hair can obtain may be just as simple as introducing a water-based product and creams into your moisturizing routine, along with an oil, or even changing the sequence you add these products onto your hair. According to this article, we've got a sequence, actually. They suggest to use water-based hair products, mist your hair instead of just applying a whole load of moisture onto the hair, and use an oil to seal in the moisture. They also mentioned to make sure that this oil sealing is the last step, because the water will evaporate and eventually dry out your hair. I have found that there are 2 moisturizing sequences that can be used for low, medium, and high porosity hair. This is called the lock method or the LOC method, depending on the order in which you apply these products. The goal of both methods is to maintain the moisture in your hair. I've personally been using this method for a very long time, and I would recommend it to anyone who is just starting to take care of their own hair. The goal of applying liquid, cream, and oil in that order is to feed moisture into your hair. This is ideal for hair that feels like it's not getting enough moisture. Low porosity hair has a harder time penetrating the hair shaft since the cuticles in the hair lay flat. It is recommended to use the LCO method for low porosity hair. LCO because it's low. I don't know. This article recommends that it may be best to warm up your cream just a little bit so that the cuticle layer of your hair can lift and allow more moisture to enter the hair shaft. Briefly, I wanted to mention this article as an honorable mention. The best types of products to care for low porosity hair. You can find this article in the description if you are concerned that your hair is low porosity and you're not really sure which products you should be purchasing or making or all of the above. Also, I do have an article here as well for products for those of us who have high porosity hair. I will also link this article down below in the description so you can take a look at that and read it. In fact, all of the articles that I've referenced here today will be left in the description box for you to read at your own leisure time. Moving on. Now, the goal of applying liquid, oil, cream in that order is to create a sealant on the hair to keep moisture in. This is ideal for hair that loses moisture quickly. According to the article, if you have high porosity hair, your hair can easily allow for moisture, but then just as easily lose that moisture. For this, we recommend creating a sealant on your hair, and for that reason, the LOC method will be the best for your hair type. They recommend that you lock in your moisture with a cream, so cream being the last step. I believe this is so that when you put on your aloe vera, then you put on your jojoba oil, and you lock it in with, say, Shea Moisture's hair milk. Your hair will absorb the aloe vera, and it will stay there for a little while. The oil will keep the aloe vera in your strand so it doesn't leave. But then when the aloe vera does start to evaporate, here comes the cream, which will add the moisture back into your hair over time. And that's just how I think that's supposed to work. I personally apply my moisturizer, liquid, cream, then oil last to make sure I seal in all of my moisture because I believe my hair is actually medium porosity. These folks have the choice of experimenting with the LCO method or the LOC method. depending on how their hair is feeling for that moment of time. But no matter what your porosity level is, remember that there are factors like environment, health, and genetics that affect your hair and its needs. Go with the flow. Try making your own hair products. Luckily, these sequences can be adjusted based on what your hair needs. I really want to say something else about that, but I'm going to cut it off right here. Just remember, there is no box. I'm Lydia Ashley, and this was Healthy Hair Notes. That's all.